In this video, we uncover the rarest and most valuable Hong Kong coins, exploring their unique history, cultural significance, and astonishing market value. From colonial-era treasures to modern rarities, discover why some pieces are now worth millions to collectors worldwide. The Hong Kong $1,975, featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, stands as one of the most fascinating coins ever issued in the colonial era, its unique shape and scarcity making it a legend in numismatic circles. Struck during a time when Hong Kong was still a British territory, this coin reflected both the authority of the crown and the evolving identity of the region itself. The obverse of the coin bears the young effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of stability across the Commonwealth, yet its distinctive scalloped shape set it apart from most circulating currency worldwide. This 12-sided outline made it both recognizable in daily use and unforgettable for collectors who value unusual designs. The reverse carried the denomination boldly, $2, in both English and Chinese, highlighting the cultural bridge that Hong Kong represented in the mid-1970s. It was minted in copper-nickel, not in precious metals, but rarity often surpasses composition when it comes to true collectible value. What makes the Hong Kong $1,975 especially remarkable is its limited mintage. While ordinary circulation coins were plentiful in later years, the 1975 issue is reported to have been produced in very small numbers, with many never entering public hands. That scarcity is what fuels the mystique around this particular year. Collectors across the world pursue the 1975 $2 piece because of its near-mythical reputation. Auction houses have recorded fierce competition whenever a genuine specimen surfaces, with private collectors bidding aggressively to secure ownership. It has transcended its role as simple currency, becoming more of a cultural artifact. Hong Kong's historical status as an international trade hub only adds to the desirability of the coin. It represents not just money but also a tangible relic of the city's colonial past, a reminder of how political authority and daily commerce were intertwined under the reign of Elizabeth II. Stories surrounding the coin often suggest that only a handful of pristine examples remain in private collections, each one preserved with meticulous care. Whether truth or legend, this aura of mystery enhances the value and the narrative, making the 1975 $2 an object of almost mythical status. In terms of monetary worth, one such coin in flawless condition has been valued at around $3.14 million, a staggering sum for a copper-nickel coin. This extraordinary figure demonstrates the power of rarity and desirability in driving the numismatic market to heights beyond the imagination of casual collectors. For many numismatists, acquiring the Hong Kong $1,975 is not simply about investment, but about holding a living piece of history. Each coin tells the story of empire, transition, and a city standing at the crossroads of East and West during a formative era. Ultimately, the 1975 $2 coin with Queen Elizabeth II is not just a collector's dream but a cultural symbol, one that links currency to heritage, rarity to value, and memory to tangible form. It continues to captivate those who encounter its story, whether in books, at auctions, or in the hands of fortunate owners. In 1976, Hong Kong released a $5 coin bearing the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a piece that has since become one of the most fascinating numismatic treasures for collectors around the world. Its striking design combined colonial history with the enduring legacy of the British monarchy, making it far more than just a unit of currency. The coin was part of a series introduced to modernize Hong Kong's currency system in the 1970s, and the 1976 issue stood out as it marked a transition in both design and metal composition. On the obverse, the effigy of Elizabeth II was engraved with regal detail, capturing the Queen in her youthful yet commanding form. On the reverse, the famous crowned lion holding a globe was displayed, symbolizing strength, trade, and Hong Kong's vital role as a colonial hub. The craftsmanship of the minting was so precise that even today experts marvel at the sharpness of the design, particularly on rare preserved specimens. What sets this $5 coin of 1976 apart is its rarity. While most were released into general circulation, a very limited number were struck in flawless condition, intended for presentation or collectors. Over time, most of the circulated pieces suffered wear, leaving only a handful of pristine examples. collectors prize this coin because it embodies a pivotal moment in Hong Kong's financial history. The 1976 issue was among the earliest $5 coins struck in nickel brass, a shift from earlier materials, and that change made it symbolic of modernization. Another reason it has risen to such high esteem is the historical backdrop. Hong Kong in the mid-1970s was booming economically, and the coinage of that era reflected the city's role as a financial powerhouse, underlined by British sovereignty through Elizabeth II's image. The journey of this coin into the rarest category comes down to both scarcity and desirability. Numismatists seek it not only as a financial investment but also as a tangible piece of colonial legacy, linking collectors to a time when Hong Kong's identity was still tied closely to Britain. In terms of value, a pristine and extremely rare example of the $1,976 coin has been recorded at an astonishing $2.68 million, a figure that leaves even seasoned coin enthusiasts stunned. This valuation is not only due to its scarcity but also its impeccable condition and historical importance. Stories of private sales and discreet auctions continue to circulate, each adding to the mystique of the coin. Wealthy collectors often compete fiercely when one comes on the market, ensuring its place as a legendary prize in numismatic circles. Ultimately, the $5 coin of 1976, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, has transcended its humble role as currency, transforming into a cultural and financial artifact. It serves as a rare reminder of colonial Hong Kong, of royal imagery in everyday use, and of the extraordinary value that history can sometimes bestow on a single piece of metal. Next is the 1979 $1 coin from Hong Kong featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Has become one of the most fascinating pieces in numismatic history, not simply because of its age, but because of the circumstances that surrounded its minting. At first glance, it looks like any other late 20th century Hong Kong dollar, yet collectors and experts discovered that a small fraction of these coins held subtle differences that transformed them into treasures of immense value. In 1979, Hong Kong was still a British colony, and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait was the standard image gracing most official coins. The portrait on this particular $1 was carefully designed, showing the Queen in regal detail, a symbol of authority and continuity. However, due to limited mintage and certain variations in the die used, a select few of these coins were unlike the rest, making them extraordinarily rare. The story of these coins also reflects the complex relationship between Hong Kong and the United Kingdom at the time. Coins like the 1979 $1 were everyday objects for the people, yet now, decades later, they embody a historical moment that collectors wish to preserve. They capture the era just before major political transitions, and that adds to their intrigue. Experts in the numismatic community began noticing slight misprints and unique die characteristics on the 1979 issue. These included differences in the alignment of the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the lettering, and in some cases, a distinctive shine or strike quality that came only from specific minting batches. These variations made certain coins 1 in a million compared to the mass-produced standard. Over the years, coin collectors around the world have competed fiercely for these elusive examples. Each time one surfaced at an auction, stories of hidden finds and lucky discoveries spread quickly. Families who once stored away these coins as pocket change were shocked to learn that the right version could turn into a fortune. The rarity is not only based on the misprint but also on the fact that so few of these special variations remain in pristine condition. Many coins from 1979 were heavily circulated in Hong Kong's busy economy, leading to scratches, fading, and wear. The handful that survived in near-perfect condition became the holy grail for collectors. Demand increased with each passing decade, as the market for rare coins grew globally. Asian collectors, in particular, placed high cultural and historic value on Hong Kong coinage, while international buyers appreciated the combination of royal imagery and colonial heritage. This cross-cultural demand only pushed the desirability and the price further upward. One such rare 1979 $1 coin featuring Elizabeth II has been valued at an astonishing $1.75 million, a figure that stunned even seasoned experts in the field. For a coin with such modest origins, the leap from small change to multi-million-dollar collectible illustrates just how powerful rarity and history can be when combined. The coin's worth is not measured solely in dollars, but also in what it represents. It is a piece of living history, a snapshot of the Queen's reign, and a reminder of Hong Kong's unique past. For collectors, it is more than metal, it is heritage, rarity, and a chance to hold something truly irreplaceable. So when we look back at the 1979 $1 coin, we see not only a monetary object but a remarkable symbol that transcended its purpose. From the pockets of ordinary people in Hong Kong to the vaults of wealthy collectors, it has traveled a journey unlike any other, securing its place as one of the rarest and most valuable coins of the modern era. In 1978, Hong Kong issued a $1 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, a portrait that reflected both the colonial authority of Britain and the distinctive identity of Hong Kong. This coin is part of a fascinating chapter in numismatics, where currency not only served as money but as a marker of political and cultural heritage. The 1978 $1 coin may appear ordinary at first glance, yet for collectors it carries stories of rarity and value hidden in its details. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II was a standard across many Commonwealth territories, but the Hong Kong version, struck in limited minting circumstances, stands out as a collectible with remarkable demand. The coin's design incorporated the crowned effigy of Elizabeth II on one side and the denomination with bilingual inscriptions on the reverse, symbolizing Hong Kong's cultural fusion. What makes the 1978 edition especially rare is not just its design but the limited survival of pristine examples in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Many coins from Hong Kong in this era were heavily circulated, making high-grade survivors incredibly scarce today. The 1978 issue has become particularly sought after due to variations in strike quality, subtle mint errors, and the global fascination with pre-handover colonial coinage. Collectors value not just the coin's metallic worth but its historical significance. In 1978, Hong Kong was still under British rule, and this piece represents a tangible link to that period before the handover to China in 1997. Coins like these capture a unique transitional period, amplifying their desirability. Numismatists often emphasize that rarity combined with cultural importance drives the price of coins like this. The 1978 $1 coin featuring Elizabeth II encapsulates a convergence of low mintage, condition scarcity, and historic symbolism, elevating it beyond ordinary collectible status. Auction houses and private sales have revealed just how much demand has grown for this coin. Collectors from Hong Kong, Britain, and across the world fiercely compete for the best-preserved examples. The 1978 $1 has become a crown jewel for those who specialize in colonial coinage. Its market value has soared dramatically, with an exceptional specimen recently estimated at $2.23 million. This staggering price reflects both the rarity and the powerful historical resonance of the piece, making it one of the most valuable colonial-era coins to ever surface. The story of the 1978 $1 coin is therefore not just about a piece of currency, but about a cultural artifact that ties together history, identity, and the collector's pursuit of rarity. Every coin that survives from this year has a story, but the finest pieces tell it in the most valuable way. For those who encounter the 1978 Hong Kong dollar, it serves as a reminder that even small denominations can hold immense power when rarity and heritage align. It is more than metal, more than money, it is a treasure that embodies the legacy of an era. Next is the Hong Kong $2 coin of 1979, featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, is one of the most fascinating pieces of modern numismatic history, a coin that carries both political significance and collector intrigue. Minted during the colonial era, it reflects the British presence in Hong Kong while also serving as a reminder of how rapidly the territory was changing. The 1979 issue is particularly captivating because of its scalloped edge design, which set it apart from most other world coins at the time. The 12-sided contour gave it an identity that was instantly recognizable, and this made it practical in circulation while also becoming attractive for collectors who seek coins with distinctive shapes. Queen Elizabeth II's effigy on the obverse of the 1979 $2 coin represents a long-standing tradition of colonial coinage. Her image connected the people of Hong Kong with the British monarchy, reinforcing ties to the empire, and it remained on Hong Kong's currency until the 1997 handover. This particular portrait has become symbolic for those studying the last decades of British rule in Asia. The reverse of the 1979 coin bears the denomination in both English and Chinese, uniting two cultures through a single medium of exchange. It became an everyday object in people's lives, yet over time, scarcity and historical weight elevated it from a circulating coin to a treasured collector's item. What makes the 1979 $2 coin so rare is not only its limited mint numbers but also the fact that many were heavily used, leaving few in pristine condition today. Survival of near-perfect examples is extraordinarily low, which is why the few that exist are pursued fiercely by collectors worldwide. The historical background of 1979 also gives this coin added depth. The year marked a period of transition in Hong Kong, when questions about its future began surfacing, decades before the official handover. Owning a coin from this exact year ties collectors to a pivotal moment in the territory's modern history. Over the years, the 1979 $2 coin has become legendary among numismatists, not only in Asia but also across Europe and America. Its reputation has grown beyond its face value, becoming a symbol of rarity, desirability, and historical resonance. In today's collector market, a high-grade specimen of the 1979 Elizabeth II $2 coin has been valued at an astonishing $1.31 million, a price that reflects its rarity and demand among elite numismatists. Such valuations are achieved only when a coin is both historically important and nearly impossible to obtain, which is exactly the case here. Stories of auctions involving the 1979 coin have created excitement and even competition between seasoned collectors and institutions. Each appearance at sale sparks international attention, as very few opportunities arise to acquire one. Ultimately, the 1979 $2 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is more than currency. It is a bridge between cultures, an artifact of colonial history, and a masterpiece of design. Its journey from ordinary circulation to $1 million treasure proves how profoundly history and rarity can elevate even the smallest pieces of metal into icons of immense value.